Alright. Okay, so we have completed 9 tickets in terms of the game's mainstream events up to this point, and now it is time for us to move onwards to ticket number 10, which is called Colossus, and where our first event for episode 25 is going to be called Rocksteady, and where we are going to Rain God Mesa, and the vehicle we are driving is a buggy. Just depends on which buggies we have available to us, rather than the ones we've already used. So, let's see what we have available. Excuse me. So, already used the Caribid, the Typhoon, and the Jester BXR. And this is the most recent buggy we have unlocked, and apparently it's called the Voodoo Rattler. Now, let's see what liveries we have here. Well, I've already driven in pink more recently. That was the rally event I did, and yeah, let's go with this. Driving the Voodoo Rattler. We all love boosting, but the Rain God only gives a few places where it makes sense to do so, and boosting into a bigger guy don't make sense. So find the boost-friendly zones, and don't shy away from edges like some kind of pusswad. Definitely using some interesting choices of words, in my opinion. Although that's probably just me. I need to try this again. Alright, so take 2 of this race because apparent as it might be, I made far too many mistakes for that to be a race-winning run. And apparent as it might be, I am ultimately, as the game claims to be, a pusswad. Because I lost this race. But I still think I can probably rejuvenate myself if I can just avoid tripping more than the AI, then I might be able to pull this off, possibly. But it's going to have to be a consistently good run if I'm going to have any shot of winning this. I almost thought for sure I wasn't going to get second position because, well, I did have quite an impact in the closing stages of this race on the first attempt. I mean, even though I knew I wasn't going to win anyway, I honestly did not think I was going to motor my way up into second position. I missed all of the mistakes I made. But up to this point, I can probably say the mistakes at the moment have been very minimal compared to the previous run, because this run is actually going better than I thought it was going to. So it definitely shows that for this, at least, I have a bit more consistency. Oh, and I just wrecked someone. Someone just wrecked right in front of me, and I touched him. I think that's all it really was. It wasn't a crash caused by me. It was just a crash happening anyway. And almost got caught out by the rock, but managed to keep it on the track surface before that happened. And back up to the lead I go once again. And and trying to see if I can hold on to the lead this time. Because I really do need this to be a flawless run if I'm going to win this race. Because my previous run was anything but flawless. This, I know for sure, needs to be different. Because if I'm going to achieve a win, then it is fair to say this is probably the best way for me to do it. Also, furthermore, it sucks on how we don't get interior views of the vehicles we use in this game. We only get the exterior view and the bumper view. Anyways, final lap. And hopefully this will be a more consistent run than the previous one was, at least. Because I need this run to be flawless if I'm going to win it. I don't necessarily think I'm going to dominate this thing, but if I can at least pull off a win, then it is fair to say that for this, it will probably be an easy ride, as far as I know. Or at least I'll consider it to be an easy ride. But anyways. Keeping myself intact, and it appears as though as long as I do not make any last minute mistakes, then as far as I know this probably should be almost to a race winning run, and yes it is. Winning by 2 seconds over Niagara Gold, Kerry Hill finished in 3rd, followed by Claire Marie Stitch in 5th, and I shall reveal the rest of the running order once I've got my thumbnail. If I manage to get a plausible shot at least. Maybe. But of course, we shall wait and see. So, we shall see if there are any reasonable shots I can take from this. Well, except for that. Although everyone else, or some of the others, just decided to follow me into that open slot for some reason. Alright, anyways, I think that should do it. So Stitch finished in 5th position ahead of Evie Kirkland, who was 6th. And then from 7th to 10th we had Red Rascal ahead of Juliet Bayliss, and then Ariel and Anju finishing 10th. And then from 11th to 15th we had Will Storer ahead of Toby Mafana, Nate Linnett, Randy Wiedeld, and Bob Forley finished in last, pretty much well behind everyone else. So had a little trouble to start with, but once I managed to get the consistency to avoid totally destroying the car, I basically stepped out and won the race. And next time we shall be doing Meat Packer, and where we are once again riding a bike. Coming up next.